Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to my YouTube video, Trend of the Week. This week's trend is a new trade war with China. Remember the last trade war? Remember we've been through a couple. What's going on right now is, I think, more complicated than simply slapping on tariffs, and is actually potentially more dangerous. There have been two stages to this. One is that we've had both Chinese regulators and US regulators say, hey, we're not sure we want to list Chinese stocks on US exchanges. The Chinese regulators saying, hey, we don't want all that disclosure. US regulators saying, we want all that disclosure. We've seen the first aspect of that is a stock called Didi Global. I'm going to show you their chart. Didi Global is a big internet food delivery company in China, and it basically announced that it was going to delist from the New York Stock Exchange, and you see what happened to the stock. And a lot of stocks went down with it. Anything that has a big listing in New York, people were wondering, well, is this going to delist too? Or are they going to be forced to delist? That was stage one. Stage two, revealed by the Financial Times today, is that the Biden administration, which is Treasury and Commerce, are looking at expanding their blacklist of Chinese firms where they are the restrictions to U.S. investors putting money in, and restrictions on the ability of these companies to buy raw materials or components they need. So the big one on this list is SMIC, which stands for Semiconductor Manufacturing International. Okay, you notice that this stock has been in a pretty steady downturn from here and then plunged off the cliff here. And the reason it's plunged off the cliff is that Chinese semiconductor manufacturers are reliant upon U.S. suppliers for equipment, for various sundry things, so that having it put on a blacklist where that equipment is restricted to the Chinese company is a big deal. SMIC is only one of the 7 companies that the Financial Times report flagged as being under consideration for a blacklist. And some of them are kind of weird, and which causes some worry. Like, there are at least 2 biotech companies on this list, and it's like, why biotech? You know, the emphasis so far in the restrictions has been on things like ties with the Chinese military. It doesn't make any sense to put biotech on this list, and there are Wuxi Biologics and Sino Biopharmaceutical. And one of the reasons that's worrying is if we can't answer why they're on the list, we don't know where the list stops. What we're going to see here is incredible back and forth, because if the U.S. does indeed put restrictions on these companies, we can assume that China will put other restrictions on U.S. companies operating in China. And so we're seeing what amounts to a return to the bad old days of tit for tat. Under the Trump administration, it was put a tariff on me, I'll put a tariff on you. Here it seems to be about restrictions that are deeper and more central to the very business themselves and to the financial markets, and that creates a great deal of uncertainty. I see that China putting a lot of stimulus money into their economy in early 2022, but it's pretty hard to figure out exactly what you'd want to buy to take advantage of that. This is Jim Jubak. Thanks for watching my Trend of the Week. If you want to see more of my stuff, you can go to my free site, jubakpicks.com, my paid site with 6 portfolios instead of 3, jubakam.com. There are links to both of those down below. Thanks for watching.